Well, hello and welcome everyone to World Celebrity Tarot. Okay, but before we get started, let's do some spirit blessing. Let's bless our souls. Let's bless each other. Let's bless this space that we're in right now. So we only have messages from the highest and most reputable spirits. We're looking for spirits with good reputations. Let's get a little bit of this Palo Santo going on you as well. And then we're going to move over and we're going to do a little bit of a readings on our energy check-in and see how our chakras are doing today. Let's check in on that. We'll do a group check on our chakras and see what's going on with them. What do we need to look out for, observe, take care of, protect, nourish, cleanse? I'm going to leave that up to you, but we're just going to do a group think on our chakras. Which chakra needs some cleaning or aligning today? Whoop. Crown. It's the crown chakra. Do you see? This is the crown chakra. Amethyst is very good for that. Also clear quartz. This is your crown chakra located at the very, very top of your head. We can do a little bit of tapping on that crown chakra right now. Let's just do a little bit of tapping. Just sort of activate it as we get things going for this reading. The crown chakra is either the first or the last, depending upon how you want to look at it. Either the first or the last chakra. And you can use some clear quartz on that. Also some amethyst. So we've got the crown chakra. And there is a nice photo of it. You can see it right there. And work with your crown chakra quite a bit. I do recommend doing the tapping exercises on your crown chakra. Look up tapping online and there's a lot of information about that. Now, let's move on to some animal spirits. And let's see. We know we're going to be working on our crown chakra. Right there. Let's get this back a little positioned a little better. We know we're going to be working on our crown chakra. Let's look for an animal that can go with it. I was doing a lot of reading on the peacock the other day, what that stands for. But let's put that peacock back in there and let's do a little bit of shuffling and let's see what spirit animal can guide us today. What spirit animal can guide us today? You know, there's so much in the news lately. Not sure if you saw it, about the, what is it called? Twin flames, something like that, or finding your twin. This is a theory from a long time ago when it was about finding your soulmate. But back in the day, you didn't have people who were telling you who your soulmate was. That was entirely left up to you. I had a guru for many years, and I'm advising everyone to stay away from gurus. Let's cut the deck and let's see what spirit animal wants to come through and just sort of speak to us today and talk to us a little bit. The frog. As we leap into spring, we come upon the frog. Maybe we need to be a little bit more in water. Is there anything that comes to mind when you think of a frog? For me, my first instinct was we are leaping into spring. But there also is the deeper alchemic meaning of a frog, which is going from a water-based life to also being transitioning into land. It is a very interesting animal in that it can do that. It can go from being entirely under the water, of course you've seen tadpoles, and then going and living on the land, right? So it's all about cleansing and moving on and jumping into that new you. Maybe you need to spend a little bit more time in the water. Maybe you need to take some baths and do some regenerating and cleansing. And this is what Frog has to teach us. So I'm going to leave Frog there and let you think a little bit about Frog. We are going to be working from the Spellcaster's Tarot today. It's a wonderful tarot. I highly recommend it. Has a really good book. Very informative, very thorough. And let's just do a little bit with this deck. And let's cut the deck. I'm going to cut the deck and I'm going to do a very, very quick and simple reading right now on my president and yours, Donald Trump. Mr. T, as we'll call him from now on. Let's see how Mr. T is feeling today. How does Mr. T feel right now about what's going on in his administration? Basis of the matter? What crosses it? Oh, there certainly is a lot of debauchery going on right now in Mr. T's circle. We know that's going on. Basis of the matter, drawn and quartered. Devil is in the detail. Highest ideal is that this is what they want. They are looking for that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, no matter what they have to do. These are two very, they're not in conflict, but they're very interesting cards to be getting. Kim, his environment, whoa. Hopes and fears is going away from all of this badness. And the final outcome is, well, you know, it is a shit show, so the shit show will continue. Okay, basis of the matter is Eight of Pentacles. That is when you are, you know, trying to store up for that rainy day. Just working really, really, really hard towards a goal. He is tediously doing what needs to be done to further his goal of wealth and personal empowerment. It is a lot of effort on his part as a man who is soon to be turning 80. It is a lot of effort, and he sometimes may feel that he is getting nowhere. Now, what crosses Mr. T, be it for good or for evil? This is my interpretation of the cards. Maybe you'll have your own. He's hired the basic people that are surrounding him are wastrels, wannabes, people with bad reputations. And this is what crosses him, be it for good or evil. He thought he was in the clear by hiring men who have been accused of sexual misconduct and other malfeasance. He thought he was in the clear, but this might be his downfall. Something that is the basis of the matter of all this is something that rests at the bottom of this, which is basis of the matter, is someone getting an illness, maybe not feeling well, a time of solitude, a feeling of deadness inside, some kind of an inaction is happening. This is the basis of the matter. Influence that is passing away is a very, very evil nature. Now, these two can be together. What's passing away is an evil nature. Maybe there is hope after all. Maybe we will be saved And of course, the highest ideal here is they are really looking for wish fulfillment on the end of the rainbow with all of their agenda met. This is their highest ideal, leaving no stone unturned to achieve their final ideal of this Shangri-La, this unattainable happy rainbow life. Next turn of events, the moon. Now what I'm seeing is we might be safe from all of the obvious evil, but next turn of events is some skullduggery. Maybe it takes a little bit more than howling at the moon. They're very good, Mr. T and his crew, in howling at the moon. But how good are they to actually make all those wishes and dreams come true? So what I'm seeing here is a strangeness between these two opposing forces, right? What this represents also, too, is surviving this, howling at the moon, this skullduggery, lots of things being hidden, a period of darkness coming next for Mr. T. I'm not going to say he's going to do some soul searching, but he's probably feeling maybe rather foolish for hiring a debauched crew to be in charge of everything, right? Okay, this is him, this is the environment, hopes and fears, and final outcome. When we have the Knight of Pentacles, I am going to say this very most definitely represents the personality of Mr. T. He's also a man who thinks only, they have that sign that says, only Trump can fix everything. Well, it's really true because he's surrounded himself with a confederacy of dunces. He can only feel that he himself can make things happen in a realistic manner. Always Mr. T is putting money first. Now the Knight is just charging into battle, but he also feels he is the only one who knows how to do everything right, and probably severe regrets going on right now. I think the main gist of this reading right now is all in regard to that situation with our government using an app called Signal to conduct very, very serious business about bombing and killing people. This is him. This is in his environment. He's really, really feeling in a very shaky place right now. Like, what did I do by hiring all these bumbling idiots? Signal? Really? He's feeling very vulnerable and fragile, like his whole tower might crumble down because of the bad situations of who he decided to surround himself with. Hopes and fears is you're going away. His hopes and fears is that this will, just like he wanted the coronavirus to go away, COVID-19, he's hoping he can just have all this just go away and just move on down. He may not let it on right now, but this is a very, very pivotal point. My intuitive hit on this is going to be a real turning point for him and his band of thieves, his gang of nincompoops, this Six of Swords. He is going, it says, passage through a difficult trial. He is doing that right now, and he wants to make it through this and have everybody forget what happened. Now, let's go to the final card, final outcome, which is Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is just the turning tides, destruction, creation, creation, destruction. It goes around and around and around. That's the Wheel of Fortune, also called the Wheel of Fate. You see, there's a monkey there. There's kind of always like that monkey wrench going into whatever there is. Things can go smoothly, and then you could come upon some bad weather. Bad things happen all the time, and our plans do not go as we wanted them to go. He has a lot of scheming and he has a lot of plans right now. But I'm not seeing any good fortune in this. We have 3 really bad cards right now, and this is his environment. It almost lies, in fact it does, it lies parallel to this. So as we go along here in this row, we don't see a whole lot of good things happening. The 3 major arcana are nothing good. We've got Pentacles, Pentacles, 2 Swords. One thing that stands true, their highest ideals are to just be in the lap of luxury, drinking that from that loving cup, and having all of their plans and hopes and dreams come true, come to fruition in a very easy way. He thought by shock and awe he might be able to put one over on the whole American public, but I don't think it's going to go the way he planned. I think he surrounded himself with a bunch of debauched morons, and they might just be his downfall. They might just be his downfall. They're all very young. They're all very egotistical. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But this is where Mr. T is at today, 2025, after the signal mishap. All right, everybody, you take care, love, and light.